Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today the title is called A Peek in My Brain, which is going to be sort of a collection of me talking to you about some of my random thoughts recently. And recently, well, not recently, it's just that I tend to have a lot of thoughts and I thought I'd share them with you. So this is also going to be a series. I will be posting a peek in my brain on every second to last Sunday of each month. I would also love it if you can share your thoughts with me down below in the comments on the topic I'm talking about in each video, or you can share with me what random thoughts you've been having for this month. So let's begin. Recently I have been giving a lot of thoughts about making friends, because as I have mentioned in my last video, I feel like I have really found the people that I love and who loves me here in this university, because for the past 6 years I've never really had any friend that's really close with me. Not like, the truth is, pretty much every person in our class is in a group. They belong in a group and they have a line chat room, but I don't have any of them for the past 6 years. And also for when I was in primary school, when having circles became more and more of a thing the older you get. But I've never had any of those, because I feel like people shouldn't have little circles and hate on other circles if that ever occurs. Truth is, I feel like I've always had trouble making friends since I really started liking English. As I've mentioned in my previous video, I feel like a big part of why I don't exactly have really close friends, a big part of the reason is because of what my passion is and what I like to do. And ever since I really started getting obsessed with English, I started to no longer have as many friends as I was in my earlier years of primary school, when everybody were friends and I'm friends with everybody and we don't have little groups or little circles. But when I was sorted into the same class as one of my best friends, who was, I think she was the first one who really started talking in English with me, and that was in 5th grade. And since then I don't exactly have a very close friend. Back then in 5th grade we already started having little circles and little groups, like maybe 2 or 3 people in one group, which is relatively small, but still. Me and my best friend, we talk in English at school and wherever we go, which is something you don't see here. Like a 5th grader, well, 2 5th graders talking in English to each other at school when everybody else is shit at English and everybody speaks Chinese. And many times we will meet people, either other classmates or even teachers, and they would be like, do you really understand each other? And we would be like, yeah, we do. But despite all that, and we were just talking in English to each other and enjoying each other's company and minding our own business, and people would dislike us because we're talking to each other but they don't understand us, which I find it rather strange, because why are you angry at the fact that you can't eavesdrop? And when I was in middle school, we also have small groups and small circles, and I wasn't in any one of them. My goal was to be friends with everybody, and I am friends with everybody, but I'm always the one left out when the teacher asks us to pair up, which I have actually grown used to, but it's still a bit sad because I feel like my passion for English and, well, my obsession for it has caused it, but I don't want to let my passion go. I don't want to give it up because I can't have it and make friends at the same time. And you know how when people like something or love something, they will talk about it non-stop, and that's what happened with me back in middle school. And then some other people in other classes that I've never met and I don't know who hated on me and thought I was a show-off and just disliked me in general, and I don't even know them and they don't even know me, is the truth, which I personally find it odd. And in high school the same thing happened. Nobody actually particularly hated on me, but I was not in any group in specific either. I was close with one of the groups for a short period of time, but then I drifted away because I feel like I can't keep up with the pace of being really happy and really hyped all the time, because literally they do not have any downtime, and I can't keep up with that because I can't be so hyped all the time. I'm not judging anybody, I love them, they're still my friends and I do still keep in contact with them, but I just can't really fit in, you know, which is the thing, because later on I realised that all these years of either it's middle school or it's high school, when I'm trying to find a group that I belong, because everybody was in a group but I'm all alone, and I was trying to find the group that I belong, but I can't because I don't belong in any one of them. I was trying to fit in to the groups, but I can't because I'm not them and I'm not like them. And I'm not willing to change myself just to fit in, is what I later realized, because I love who I am and I want to be me, and I don't want to change myself just to be in a group that is not what I'm about. And I don't want to change myself just to fit into a group, because if you change yourself just to fit in, then even if they accept you, even if they like you or love you, they wouldn't be actually loving the real you. They wouldn't be actually loving who you are. In a way, it'll be like you're wearing a mask every day you go to school and you pretend to be another person, but when you get back home and you take off the mask, you will be so tired of the fact that you have to pretend to be somebody you're not every day. And when I enrolled in university and meet this group of people, I feel like I belong. I no longer feel like I have to fit in and pretend to be somebody I'm not, which I have been doing for the past 6 years or even more. I belong here because everybody's different. And it's exactly because of that, everybody's different, that I belong here. As I have told you previously in probably my last video, or the one before that, we got into this university because we're all really passionate and comparatively good at a certain field, whether it be academic subjects or sports or whatever. We're all really good and really passionate about a certain field. In some ways, professionals, and I feel like being in a group of professionals of all kinds of different fields and different things is something that makes us all belong here, because we know what it feels like to be passionate about something despite that thing might be different for us. And we know how to respect each other's passion and each other's profession. And I feel like gathered here with a group of professional, passionate people, and we get to learn all kinds of different things from each other is exactly the reason what brought us together and what makes us belong. Before I enrolled in college, I was actually really worried, because I've always known that I was trying to fit in, but I've never belonged. And from a lot of articles online and from a lot of people, they say that you can't really make true friends in college because you all take different classes and you hardly ever see each other, and by the end of your senior year you'd be all alone. But I feel like that's probably not going to happen to me, because I have this group of amazing people, and none of us really take the same classes, but we manage to get together practically every day. I think what I'm trying to say is, don't panic when you feel like you're trying to fit in, when you realize that you don't belong somewhere, because not everybody get to find where they belong at the exact same place, the exact same time. Somebody get to find it earlier in their life, somebody get to find it later in their life, but you belong somewhere, and the thing is, you just have to wait for it. Also, never try to fit in, because at the end of it, when you decided to give up on fitting in, you will be exhausted. And even in the process of trying to fit in and waiting for them to accept you is exhausting. And in the end, you won't really belong unless you change who you are as a person entirely. Always know that when you belong somewhere, the people will love you for who you are instead of who they want you to be. The people will love you as much as you love them, and they wouldn't want you to change, and they will make you a better person. The people you belong with will make you a better person, as these people I've found here have made me a better person and changed me immensely. Another thing I want to talk about is that I wonder if you've ever had this thought, but maybe, like, I've always believed that we're all in this world for a reason, and sometimes you have maybe a really great idea popped into your head, like a really great invention or something, but the idea was so clear and so obvious to you that you just feel like, you know what, if this seems so clear for me, somebody probably have already thought of it, but maybe somebody have not, and you're supposed to put that idea into action, like that's supposed to be your destiny, but you just feel like, since this is so clear to me, like me, and someone's probably thought of it already. Like, I wonder what it would be like, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, you're destined for something. And I guess I just want to say that don't ever underestimate yourself, and don't underestimate what you think of, what you come up with, because it might be the next great invention. Okay, I guess I have spent too much time on the first topic, and that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next week. Bye!